My name's Hoyalene Paramore Thomas, and here we are on the beautiful Ocklawaha River, one of the oldest, most prehistoric rivers in the world. And right now, at the moment, we're sitting at 40-foot Bluff at the old steamboat landing known as Wells Landing, which is off to the east here. The hill goes way up, that's why it's called 40-foot Bluff, and the creek here. But the Thomas Wells family had settled here, and he had married a Hall, Missouri Hall, and his daughter, their daughter Piety, married Leonard James Fiddia, who lived and had a house on down a little bit south of here and back up on the hill, and fished this creek here. I'm not sure that I'm correct. I'd have to go back. I'm forgetful these days, but I may recall this was known as Moore Creek, but I'm not sure. The one end of it, I'm not positive of that. Would you like to tell about Leonard and the Fiddias?
Leonard Fiddia, my name is June Thompson. Leonard Fiddia was married to my Aunt Margaret, so Uncle, who was one of the Flanagans from Eureka that owned the big country store. At any rate, so she married Leonard, and his mother and father were the Wells that she was just talking about. Heidi was his mother. He was a very colorful person, and he's kind of a crude and rude man, but typical, I guess, of Eureka outdoorsmen at the time. Anyway, Marjorie Rawlings came down here because she liked the area a lot, and she was really intrigued by Leonard and his mother Piety, and she wrote her first book about their family. It's called South Moon Under, and we have a copy of it here, South Moon Under. And so the story pretty much tells the story of Piety and Leonard's lives, and here he's called Lem, and he's described just like he looked, except in here he has red hair and he really had brown. Piety is described just like she looked. Anyway, they lived here in a house, and Marjorie Rawlings actually came to their house and lived with them for a couple of months to get the information and the stories that she wanted to put in her book. So she and Leonard became very, very good friends, and he helped restore her house, and she gave him, I guess, like a water tank and different things for their house, which was up on the hill. Anyway, some of the things that Leonard did, which were kind of interesting, if he couldn't catch all the fish that he wanted, he would sometimes use dynamite and blow
Right
up,
there.
yeah, and he would, it would be right here and behind us, and so that would make all the fish, of course, stun the fish, and they would come to the surface, and he would just have to, pick them up. I think one time too, he blew up an alligator.
Oh, there's no telling
Yeah.
anything that was under there.
Yeah, and he also was a revenuer. He had a still, like a lot of the people did. Again, it was during the Depression, and that was really the only way that they had of supporting their families. Or, of course, they also liked to drink it too. But anyway, he built a still, and anyway, they all wound up eventually, I guess, taking them down whenever the revenuers came down here, and they were threatening them with jail time. And a lot of them actually did spend a lot of jail time. Anyway, about my grandfather, who owned the Eureka General Store, used to sell sugar and grain, I guess, whatever they needed to make the moonshine. And my grandfather's family used to go all the way into Ocala to church, to the Catholic church there. My grandmother and grandfather and their 10 children all in the car going to the Catholic Mass But while they were there, they would visit the moonshine. The people were making moonshine, and they would bring them all the news from back home about what was going on with their families. And my grandfather made sure that the families had food. He would give all the family food, and
They were in jail from
they were in jail
making
from the revenuers arresting them and tearing down their stills. So he would go and visit them and take news back and forth from the family, and then from the men to the family. So anyway, I thought that was a very kind thing of my grandfather to do.